At the beginning of this whole surreal journey, I had no idea you could be evicted from your body as easily as you could be booted out of your apartment. Easier, actually, since there's none of those pesky laws in place to protect you. But it all started out so innocently, with a streak of bad luck. One of the problems with being a witch is when you ask the universe a question, it generally gives you an answer. Or just enough of one to ruin a perfectly good week. But since it was my birthday, and since I was an eternal optimist, and mostly because I was stuck at the longest red light in the history of traffic with nothing else to do, I dug my tarot deck out of my purse and pulled 3 cards for the coming year. Death, 3 of Swords, the Tower, Transformation, Sorrow, Change through Destruction. Happy birthday to me. Damn it, I shouldn't have looked. You'd think I'd know better by now. Damn tarot cards always suckered me into peeking into my future, and I just about always regretted it. Because the hell of it was, they were usually right. After a quick stop at Trader Joe's, I was finally home. I propped the grocery bag on my hip, wrestled open the wrought iron gate, and placed my hand on my mailbox. Maura Stevens, Apartment 1C. I stood for a second, hoping my unemployment check was in there, and tried to read the vibes. This was a game I always played with myself, a small psychic exercise to keep my sight sharp. But I didn't feel any sense of urgency or hope, just a whopping dose of dread. Great. So my guess was no check, but at least one major bill I'd have to pay. I unlocked the box and quickly sorted through the mail. A sale flyer from the Crooked Pantry, a birthday card from a temp agency, and, yep, there it was, sure enough, a pink notice from the Department of Water and Power. Good thing I had plenty of candles to fall back on. And a swimming pool. If I got desperate, I mused, I could always shower over the drain in the courtyard using the garden hose. People washed their dogs there all the time, and my shampoo was considerably less toxic than flea dip. I wondered if Lenny, my landlord, would let me set up one of those portable camping shower stalls. Tucked into the back of the mailbox was a reminder about the rent. At least that was one thing I didn't need to worry about. Lenny knew I was good for it. How much longer I'd be able to pay the rent, though, that thought made me queasy. Suddenly, a wave of panic hit my stomach and clenched it hard. Forget crawling, goose flesh positively raced across my arms. I struggled to breathe. Whatever was wrong, it all seemed to be coming from the direction of my apartment. I dropped my mail into the grocery bag and pinked around the corner of the mail stand. Behind the screen door, my front door was wide open. Shit. I ducked back behind the mailboxes and fumbled through my purse for my cell phone. I flipped open the phone and hit 911. Busy. I hung up and tried again. Still busy. Bloody hell! No wonder the crime rate was so high in Los Angeles. I didn't know what the non-emergency number was, so I decided to call my home phone and warn the intruder to clear out. If I was lucky, it would just be a break-in, a simple case of anonymous robbery. I'd warn whoever was in there that I was on my way home, and they'd hit the road with their haul. But as I punched in the first 3 digits, the phone beeped, the battery icon blinked, and the screen went black. Damn it! I shoved the phone back into my purse and took another look at my apartment. The living room lights had been turned on against the gathering dusk. But why would robbers turn on the lights? Didn't that negate the whole idea of stealth? I crept closer. That's when I saw Mrs. Lassio, the new building manager, planted like a bull in my living room. Great. Just freaking great. Why did it have to be her? Why couldn't it have been some whacked-out crackhead carting off my TV? Mrs. Lassio was a heavy-set older Latina woman who always wore an ostentatious gold cross that could double as a weapon. It was heavy enough to do serious damage if you whacked a mugger with it, and no security person would ever dare confiscate it. She was trouble from the minute she walked into the building courtyard. She made no secret of her feelings about me. After she met me, she added a blue and black eyeball-shaped amulet to her crucifix as protection against the evil eye. But other than that, she'd always left me alone. Until now. I slammed open the screen door. What are you doing in my apartment? I yelled, dropping the grocery bag on the carpeted floor.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.